Shortly after the missile test, President Moon Jae-in convened an emergency meeting of the National Security Council and spoke with the leaders of the US and Japan. Our chief Blue House correspondent Moon Connyoung has the details.
North Korea should in no way miscalculate the situation and elicit a preemptive strike from the U.S. That's South Korean President Moon Jae-in launching a strong warning against North Korea in an emergency meeting of the National Security Council convened within hours of Pyongyang's missile test.
압도적인 힘의 우위를 기반으로 북한의 핵미사일 위협으로부터 대한민국을 보호하고 무력 도발 시 적극 응징하여 위협을 제거할 수 있는 역량을 더 한층 강화해 나갈 것입니다.
What was different about this provocation compared to previous ones is a much less alarmed response from South Korean authorities, which President Moon attributed to his government's foreknowledge of the missile test based on signs detected. In a phone conversation with U.S. President Donald Trump shortly after the security meeting, President Moon noted North Korea's apparent improvement in missile technology that the allies agreed only serves to undermine the rogue state's security and deepen its diplomatic and economic isolation. During a crisis call between leaders of South Korea and Japan, highlighted in bold was the role of China in this North Korea equation.
President Moon told the Japanese Prime Minister that he will ask the Chinese President to play a more forceful role when he visits China next month, and Prime Minister Abe underscored the importance of China's role in pressuring North Korea.
The South Korean leader said he hoped to sit down for talks with his Japanese counterpart as well within the framework of the annual but halted since November 2015 three-way summit between Seoul, Beijing, and Tokyo at an early date.
What's worth noting is that these leaders, particularly Presidents Moon and Trump, have agreed to hold additional talks on the way that they deal with North Korea after a thorough review and assessment of North Korea's latest missile technology. Now, could this change the course in the way that North Korea is dealt by South Korea and its allies? That's something that we'll have to keep an eye on in the next couple of days. Reporting from the Presidential Blue House, Moon Connyoung, Arirang News.